there's one thing that we never stop doing our entire lives, is that we keep wanting things. From a very early age, when we want the most expensive toys, to the fancy clothes, we keep telling ourselves that once we get those things, then we'll finally get to be happy. We keep telling ourselves that once we get to cross all of these things off of our list, we finally will get to be happy. There's a strong belief that more is always better than less. And capitalism, along with the media, solidifies that ideas and keeps telling us that we need to keep wanting more and better and bigger things in order to reach happiness, selling us the American dream. From books like The Secret to vision boards to Gary Vee and Tony Robbins and a whole bunch of other social media influencers, we keep wanting things. Focus only on what you want, wake up early, work hard, sacrifice the rest, and just continue chasing your goals and you'll reach happiness. As if happiness was like a bonus level in a video game, a stage in our life that we strive to get to, and once we get there, we'll just stay there forever, happy. But happiness doesn't work that way. Nobody's happy all the time. Happiness is about moments that happen to us when we least expect it. True happiness cannot be forced or planned and happens without us even trying. However, in the grand scheme of things, everything we do in order to be happy. We just want to be happy, which brings us to the concept of the backwards law. The backwards law, which originated from Zen Buddhism, basically says that the more we try and get a hold of something, the more it slips through our fingers. Happiness. We want to be happy. But the more we strive for happiness, the more we remind ourselves of all those things that are standing in the way of our happiness, that we still need to achieve in order to be happy, things we don't have. The more we program our minds that we cannot be happy without these things, the cars, the house, that six-pack, the unhappier we become. Love. We want to love and be loved, but ironically, the more we try and get people to love and respect us, the fewer people often do. And more frequently, the less we love and respect ourselves. I know what you're thinking. It's an interesting concept, but what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just want to be unhappy or unloved? Well, not exactly. Has it ever happened to you that you're trying to organize this sick party? It's your friend's birthday and you want to surprise them, so you start planning weeks and even months ahead of time. You think about everything, the food, the music, who are you going to invite, just everything. But regardless of how much effort and time you put into planning this birthday party, it doesn't turn out to be as good or as fun as you planned it in your head. But then another time when you just walk down the street from the library and just run into one of your old friends, and then you go for one drink and then end up staying up all night, having the best night of your life, without planning it, without trying, just being in the moment. Or another time when you really, really wanted to get the job, so you really prepared and you stayed up all night preparing, you learned everything to know about the company, you wore your best suit and got there early. You knew every single question and you nailed your interview, but still didn't get the job. But then another time when you went to a job interview just because you wanted to check it out. You already had a job and you really didn't care, so you didn't study and you didn't really learn anything about the company. You listened to half of the questions, you showed up a little late, and you felt like you really had a terrible interview. But before you even leave the building and before you even drive off the parking lot, you receive a call on your cell phone offering you the position. Or even after months of trying to convince your crush to give you a chance and go on a date with you, you never get a date. Your crush keeps avoiding you. But that moment that you say to yourself, you know what, it's just not meant to be, and you give up and you say, you know what, I'm not gonna call that person anymore. And then a couple of days later, that person calls you up and asks you on a date. The backwards law is about loosening our grip a little bit and practicing acceptance. Accepting our unhappiness leads to happiness. As unnatural as it may sound, what is the alternative? I recently came across this quote on Instagram which said something along the lines of, remember a time when you were wishing to have all the things you have today? And I said to myself, yeah, but I still wasn't happy. Because the problem with this concept is that we constantly just want more. We always want more. Once we reach a certain threshold, we just raise the bar and we just want more. Once we reach that $100,000 salary that we always wanted, that we thought that is going to bring us so much happiness, we just want more. We want $200,000 and then $400,000 and then $500,000. We make our first $1 million and guess what? We want $2 million. The more we get, the more we want. It's a never-ending circle. And if we keep chasing that, we'll just never get to be happy. Forget about happiness and just practice acceptance and gratitude for what you already have today. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will evade you. But if you notice the other things around you, it will gently come and sit on your shoulder.